Well, since you want to steal my thunder, that's gonna be my next question. I see you as an architect right here. How can we make that work? Let's just paint that picture. Let's just hypothetically, not hypothetically.
That's awesome. The biggest thing right now, in my opinion, that's going to be really up and coming are you're starting to see a lot of metaverse events that are actually starting to be done right. And for the first few metaverse events, the technology is so new, it's not even really built yet. We're kind of building the plane as it's flying through the air. And that's a challenging place to be with the metaverse. It's going to be 10 years, maybe 5 to 10 years before we really see some of the edges smooth out, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be the place to be. So I just feel like events in the metaverse, when they were first out, you would kind of see bodies kind of floating off the ground and they'd be kind of bumping into each other. And, the guy would be kicking one leg up in the air, no one knew why, because they were still trying to, figure it out. Now it's a much smoother experience. It's actually very, very realistic. They came out with some really high end goggles. That's the other thing, the virtual reality. If you wore those 8 hours a day, it would be uncomfortable. Like wearing a mask from COVID for 8 hours a day. The back of your ears will start to get a little sore, right, or whatever.
Oh, you
and,
too.
and yeah, right. Big nose, it gets in the way. But the goggles get hot and you start to perspire after a few hours under it. And so they're coming out with like self-cooling. They've got a $5,000 goggle that's just beautiful now. It's super light. It's like wearing a sleep mask almost. And it has cameras built in and sensors and a little fan cooler, gel cooling stuff. I mean, it's cool. So as that technology gets a little better, the whole thing will be better. But again, as a loan specialist, as a business credit specialist, how would you enter the metaverse? I would say an event. You need to do an event, like an event for business owners, right? And there's all places that you can rent in the metaverse. You can go rent a stage or a banquet center. They have them in the metaverse just like in life, and throw an event to encourage people who are in that space to come in and get some funding from you, Carlos.